and now I'm ready to generate, and I'm going to do all the hard work. Look at the hard work I'm doing. Watch this. Okay, well, what do you think, guys? Talk about lifting a finger and clicking a button. This is the work that I just did. I cranked out all this work. I think I'm being facetious. I need to go take a nap. So look at the amount of work that I've generated here by using AI and letting AI help me tell my story. I have been so busy, everybody, getting ready for the release of the full version of AI business networking. And because it has AI in the front of it, that should give you an indicator that it's not just networking. AI is a new form of media, it's a new form of broadcasting. So AI business networking kind of works like this. So we'll take traditional networking, and then you can take it to the next step of AI business networking. And then from there, you can take it to AI business broadcasting. But that's big. But even that comes back to AI business networking. And I'll explain what I mean. Even if you're doing broadcasting, you are still doing networking at all levels. Let me explain what I mean. If you have been going to traditional networking events, you'll still do traditional networking with AI business networking and AI broadcasting, but you'll be able to do it in a much better, much more productive way with AI business broadcasting communications to be able to check in and reach out. So it is a circle. It's kind of a holistic thing. Now, let's say you want to take it all the way to the top and really use AI broadcasting. And I'll use an example of Mel Robbins. Okay, very, very successful podcaster. At the top of the rung of broadcasting, podcasting, etc. But you'll be able to do podcasting at the drop of a hat with what I'm about to show you. But even she has to network. So who does she network with? She networks with, experts from Harvard, okay, and does a podcast with them. So there still goes into it. It is all still about AI business networking or networking, AI broadcasting, etc. So I wanted to kind of point that out. Now, one of the things that I am doing, I am focused on business networking, as I always have been here in Lafayette and surrounding cities. And I invite other people because we are a unique community and we have unique assets. We have unique strengths. And when you are doing networking online, which is the only thing I care about, then you can share those things and expand those things and offer those things to other people to experience and to enjoy, and invite out-of-towners into Lafayette if they have unique services to offer, like my friend Ron Horry, who is sharing this meeting with me right now, like FinFit Life. So he brings a really important and good asset into the community of Lafayette, La Miranda, our surrounding cities, Walnut Creek. And so I'm really delighted to invite out-of-towners who can help our Lafayette community. Now, what is important about the Lafayette community are a few things. One, it's the 14th wealthiest community, so it has a lot of assets, and it has a lot of education, a lot of focus on education. It has peak performer people who are leaders, and that's why they tend to congregate in areas of prosperity and abundance and affluence, to be with other peak performers. It's just kind of how we all roll as human beings. That's where we tend to go. So it's important that you are around people that are peak performers and keep you up and motivated, keep your spark as a bellows, you know, to really blow your spark and grow your spark in whatever your passion is for your life, your business, and really ignite it into a bigger fire. Now, how do you ignite it into a bigger fire? Well, I believe that the best way to do it is to replicate it in broadcasting, AI business broadcasting. So let's take Ron Horry's spark as a human being, and he's got one. He's got a passion for fit life. But let's take that spark and double it and create two Ron Horrys with broadcasting. Take Ron Horry, you know, as a broadcast entity, a greeting meeting on video telling his story. So that takes Ron, almost like a Xerox machine. We Xerox Ron and we kind of clone him into another Ron, okay, on video. Because I'm on a Zoom meeting with Ron, he's on video, even though I know Ron, I've met him. But right now, he's on video, okay? So for me, he is a Ron clone on video. But now, if you think about that, now we can take Ron 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. We can expand his fire. Imagine a whole bunch of little fires, sparks. They go into little fires, and then they all be by a bunch of little fires. They become a bigger fire. And that's kind of what broadcasting is all about: is growing that spark of Ron into a, you know, a raging fire. And you know, with some clients, I've been able to help them to burn the house down, so to speak, by creating a really big raging fire. And that's what broadcasting does. So that's what I'm going to share with Ron today: how to make him a painless, instant broadcaster, no fail broadcaster, honestly, because when you see what I'm going to show Ron and how AI will help Ron with common sense. And Ron has common sense. A lot of people don't. But imagine if you have super common sense. And how could you have super common sense? Well, if you can understand the common sense of every one of your prospects, it's almost like Superman with X-ray vision. If you could see the common sense in every human being, what do you, Ron, have in common with every prospect? Well, how could you possibly know that? Well, AI can absolutely know that. How can AI possibly know that, Mike? Is AI a mind reader? Kind of, in this way, that what AI does is it recognizes patterns. It takes the world's data in the most enormous way known to man, and it looks at and instantly recognizes and codifies and tracks patterns. Well, when you see patterns and you go, okay, what the world is thinking is this, and the pattern is this. And so that becomes the common sense of the world's brains, the brains of the world's human beings becomes codified into what is common among them. That's what AI can do. So if you can recognize and understand and get from AI, what is the common sense among the people that I'm talking to? If I'm Ron Horry, what's their common sense about what they need from FinFit Life? What do they want for their own life? And when I, Ron Horry, can talk to them about their common sense and what is appealing to them, then I have a leg up on my competition who does not have that insight into that other person's common sense, that shared experience that I can talk to them about and relate to at that level. I'm not off talking about, you know, whatever I'm passionate about, the 49ers or, you know, whatever, right? Maybe they have no interest in that. And it's of interest to me. And I think I'm entertaining them and having fun and building a relationship. They don't care at all. Okay. So that's not their common sense. So when you connect with them on their common sense, you can keep it really short and sweet and right on point. And that is building your spark inside of them and growing your fire inside of them to become passionate about having FinFit Life by exercising and getting discounts and bonuses and benefits by joining me in having FinFit Life into my life, okay? So I'm kind of doing this thinking for Ron Horry with my friend. He's guiding me and he's watching me, and I'm going to ask him about it if I'm going off track or not. So I'll ask him about that in a minute. But let me continue on now to keep it as simple as I can and on track as I can. Okay, so if we are becoming AI business broadcasters and replicating our spark, our passion, our humanity, our fire into the minds of other people. Now, let me make an example. If you are in a networking event and you're talking to one other person in a networking event, you're kind of broadcasting from your mouth into their ears. Okay, that's what you're putting out, but you're doing it to one person. Okay, so why in a networking event should you only broadcast your message to that one person, maybe one other person, when you can really put it out there now with AI broadcasting to the entire world through ETV global media, audio, text, illustrations, visuals, video. There's no stopping us now. There literally is no cost barriers, no barriers of any kind other than learning. Okay, in this situation, I believe this, so I'll make this statement. I do believe that this is a you cannot fail strategy, and I'll explain what I mean by that. That you can't fail with this strategy except for two things. One, unless you fail to learn by putting out the message, if you don't learn from that, what experience. So you test, you observe, you adjust, and then you expand. Well, if you fail to learn from what you are testing, then you're not going to be successful. So if you learn, okay, what to do to adjust it, and you do that adjustment, then you're going to be able to do that when you have virtually no cost. There's nothing stopping you from doing it until you are successful. So unless you fail to learn or quit. But if you don't quit and you continue to learn and it's not costing you, money, then and you're able to do it faster, you're saving time to make more money, then that's going to be a very successful strategy for you. That you can have confidence and you can work that strategy by using AI broadcasting for the 5 words that will take you to anywhere you want to go. And that is checking in as a friend and as someone with compassion for another person and following up. And when you check in and follow up with what I will call a non-challenging greeting meeting, which is let's just get to know each other. Really, 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 really simple. A non-confrontational, non-competing, no competition, no fail, just greeting me. You're getting to know your neighbor, your next door neighbor. Hey, you just moved in. You're checking in on them. If you ever need anything, I'm your neighbor. Give me a shout. That's kind of where we're getting to. And now I think I'm ready to show you how AI has come through, as I knew it would, with new technologies that make it super easy. And I have to tell you, this technology took it so much further than I even prayed for. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. This goes so far beyond what I ever even hoped would happen, that it's here now and it works and I'm using it, and I'm going to introduce it right now. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to give you the link to it. It has a free version and it has a very, very affordable. It's so cheap I can't even remember what the cost is. It might be $10 a month. I can't remember exactly. It might be 15, but it's worth $1,500 a month. So it's really not even anything you should even be thinking about. You should really just be, if you're at all serious about business in any way, shape, or form, this is something you should absolutely be doing. So let me share the screen. I think it'll kind of walk us through what I want to share with you as an illustration. Now, you've heard people say, well, let me illustrate my point. Okay. So what they mean by that is illustrations can really help you to make a point very, very strongly. Graphically, videos are just made up of a bunch of still shots that go through our brain so fast that they look like video. but they really are individual frames in a video. And so graphics are very powerful. Still shots, that's how we learn. So we learn, through text, we learn through body language, we learn through communication, video, audio, different ways that we want to and can learn. So I'm going to use a demonstration of what I created this today. I created this illustrated demonstration this morning. It's common sense. And I put together the most clear and finely tuned common sense that I have learned through all of my experience to make it transparent and clear and be able to broadcast it quickly and effectively from my own spark of experience, life, and wisdom to broadcast it out as quickly and as effectively as I possibly could. So that's what I ask help for from the app I'm going to show you called Gamma.app. And I'm going to share a link that I would like you to use to sign up for Gamma.app. It is an affiliate program. Okay, welcome to Gamma.app. And I'm going to be sharing a link to this, and I'm going to be doing a little overview of why and how. See up here, the share. This is amazing. When I talk about you guys being broadcasters, this is the key right here. When you share it, and think about the word share. Now, in a networking meeting, you share with one person, and you're talking to them and you're sharing with them. That's one person. Well, imagine when you can share out broadly, okay, from one to many, and that's what share is all about. So first, let's go through what the message is, and then we'll go through the sharing option, which are absolutely mind-boggling, where you can literally create even a website in 5 minutes, okay, that has its own link that you can share out and tell your message, and it's all part of the one program that does its own built-in common sense, does the work for you, and I'll prove that point through a demonstration. Okay, so let me share the message here. Okay. Unleashing the power of AI in business, networking, and broadcasting. Now, I'm a born and raised broadcaster, okay? I've been broadcasting since I was 16 years old at WAAM radio in Ypsilanti, Michigan. So, I mean, trust me, I've been at this forever. I've done everything under the sun in broadcasting. I know it in my genes, and that's why I'm able to train so highly with Gamma as a broadcaster to literally wring every drop of blood out of Gamma that's possible to get every bonus and asset and feature and benefit out of it. So here it is. The convergence, think about this, guys. The convergence of AI and traditional business is ushering in a new era of communication. And I really thought this isn't really the era of AI so much as, which is kind of just a thing and it's kind of stagnant, it's there, but it really is the era of new broadcasting. Think about it that way. So let's look at that. Now it's ushering a new era of communication, collaboration, and content creation. So from AI-powered business networking to the rise of AI-driven broadcasting, this transformative journey opens up unparalleled opportunities for business leaders and entrepreneurs to connect, share their stories, and drive innovation like never before. So you are not only a consumer of broadcasting and media and content, but you are now a content creation professional with the help of AI as well. So now we're both a consumer and a user and a creator. So especially with an app like this. So AI business networking is revolutionizing connection, enhancing networking. AI-powered business networking platforms leverage machine learning algorithms to analyze users' profiles, interests, and goals, facilitating seamless connections between like-minded professionals. This intelligent matchmaking ensures that, and again, I mentioned common sense, users can quickly identify and engage with the right contacts, fostering meaningful relationships and valuable collaborations. Personalized recommendations. AI-driven platforms provide personalized recommendations for events, industry insights, potential business opportunities, empowering users to stay ahead of the curve, capitalize on emerging trends by tapping into the vast data, predictive capabilities, common sense, of AI, users can navigate the business landscape more effectively and seamless interactions, AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants, networking process providing instant support, just like Gamma, answering queries, facilitating virtual introductions. The series is seamless. Users' experience allow professionals to focus on building genuine communications rather than getting bogged down by administrative tasks. So it goes through the features and benefits of from networking to broadcasting to content creation. And again, this beautiful, what I'll call a chalk talk, like a coach uses a chalk talk. That's kind of what I'm doing right now is a chalk talk for my friend Ron Horry and for FinFit Life about using networking, broadcasting, and free content creation with a bot like Gamma. So I'll go through kind of the headlines, empowering the new era of business broadcasting. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to be going up here in just a second. Let me kind of get through these. The rise of the Great Discovery Network. Now, I am building my AI business broadcast network on the back of the Great Discovery Network because it is built on Six Sigma and the Great Discovery, which is a whole new way of thinking. So I'll be getting into that and I'll be communicating about that right here with what I call AI guides. Now, what these are these are networking guides to success. So I don't have to create a whole course. I can use Gamma to create a simple guide to one thing, an AI guide to LinkedIn, an AI guide to Google, an AI guide to YouTube. And all these simple guides that I can create can become a whole course. So in other words, Ron could do an AI guide to profitable walking, okay? To take a walk and how to make savings, save more time, and save more money by taking a walk and with FinFit Life supporting you. So I can go into a guide about how it's transforming the future of business communication. And each one of these short guides adds up into a course that I can then post on the Great Discovery and use all of the great things about the Great Discovery, the people, the thinking of Six Sigma, the Great Discovery concept itself, which improves the thinking of people. I want to turn consumers of media into creators of media. And that's what Ron can become right now by using Gamma and what the simplicity of this, and I'm going to show you how incredibly simple it truly is. We're going to unleash the power of AI-driven storytelling. You can't hire Ron if you don't know about him. You won't hire him if you don't know him, like him, and trust him. You won't buy FinFit Life if you don't understand the amazing features and benefits of it. So AI-driven storytelling is vital to be able to get to the end result, and that is getting results. So what I did is I went through and I reverse engineered from a closed sale back to AI broadcasting, back to AI networking, back to a networking preparation for going to, before you go to a networking event. So I really took it from the end to the beginning, to the very first steps of a networking event and how you really get things going and how you prepare and really set the stage. Now look at these. These are all hot links. Every one of these is a hot link. This can be a PDF. Right now, you're looking at a slide in a Zoom meeting. But for you, very quickly, you're going to see how this is a PDF. Okay, now let me go to the real magic of this, the sharing, and then I'll also show you how quickly you can create your own, even with as simple as a 3-sentence paragraph. AI will take off and do the rest for you. Now look at the ways that I can share it. I can collaborate with it. I can have a workspace here on Gamma and have Ron as a fellow worker so we can share ideas in AI business networking. And Ron is out there networking. He learns about new technologies. It's not just about me. It's about everybody who's like Ron, who has an interest in networking and what he learns about some new AI and things that he's told me about. So we have a workspace members community that we can share with. Now with sharing, anyone with a link can get this presentation. And I can share it in multiple ways. I can go pro and I can require a password. If I want to sell a course with this, I can create a password. But look at the export. Look what I can do with export. Now I can immediately turn this into a PDF, and it can have its own link, and you can share that to share your story. And we have ways with AI Publicity Express to share the story globally. So first you want to share your content and make it as light and easy to share as possible. I can export it and download it to my desktop as a PowerPoint or a Keynote if you're a Mac. Really, really easy. And I can share it out very quickly one way or the other. Now I can use it as an embed. I can embed it in a website if I want. But here's the other one. Look at this. This is amazing. Publish to site. Now I can take what you just saw, and just by clicking this button, I can, and I'll do it. I can turn this into a website. So right now it's disabled because I haven't created it yet. Now I'm going to create a website, its own standalone website, and I'm going to publish the site right now before your eyes. So this is now creating a website. Look at this. View site. What is done? Yes, it is done. And look at this. Here's the website. It's got its own link right here. This is the link. You can share this link to this website that it has just created an entire website. Here it is. I can put this into the chat box, and I will put it underneath this video because I'm a broadcaster. So I'm broadcasting this on YouTube. I'll be sharing this on YouTube, and I will put the link to this PDF. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link to this PDF and this website directly below this YouTube video. And when you click on the YouTube video, you're going to learn all of these. You're going to learn how to create your own courses. You're going to learn how to network with us. You're going to learn all about personalized narrative storytelling. You're going to learn about powering the next generation of business networkers, the future of business communication. And look at this. You're going to be able to connect with me. So you can connect directly with me through AI Business Networking, through Biz Illustrated magazine, because now, I'm an entrepreneur. So when I can create illustrations this fast, of course, I want to use it to create a business. And the business I've chosen, among others, to create is Biz Illustrated magazine. And you can connect with me on the Great Discovery and free courses and even experience Lafayette. Now, this is our Lafayette City-sponsored business directory website. This is what I'm promoting in our free weekly Monday at 8 a.m. speed networking events. I'm going to be promoting our business directory, and I'll show it to you real quick. New sites have been added because I've been promoting the site. So here's AI Business Networking and Storytelling, and this will take you right over. It's right here. This will take you right to American Dream Illustrated, through our free AI Super Campus. You connect with me, book with Mike one-to-one. So this will hook you up with me. This will get us connected ASAP. And that's what I'd really like to do with you. And that's quite a mouthful, eh, Ron?
It is. It's like eating an elephant, right? You don't know where to start chewing.
Well, okay, so let me share with you where to go and how to get started, and how simply you can do this. So
It's pretty amazing.
yeah, it truly is absolutely amazing.
So just thinking with AI, what's amazing, what used to be amazing is now becoming commonplace.
Yeah, let me share this with you, so because I want you to see how crazily simple this really is.
You did all of that this morning?
Yeah. 100% of it, 100% this morning, and in my spare time. I was on Zoom meetings. I'm doing a whole, but it's not like I worked hard. I didn't work hard, I promise you. And you're going to see immediately. Let me share this screen. This was the prompt that I used. This is how much lingo I personally put in, and I got this from ChatGPT. I dictated into ChatGPT what I wanted to say about how networking is now broadcasting and broadcasting is networking, and it really is just one thing, basically. So this is all the prompt that I put in. Now I'm going to put the link in the chat, Ron, for Gamma. So you'll be able to have your own Gamma app account. Yours won't obviously have these, but let's say you were on your first one. I'm on, you can see how many I've created. It's crazy, and a whole bunch of them. But let's say I want to create a new one. All you have to do is you'll open your app, then you'll go to create new. Now, what I do is I start here. You can you can import things, you can generate new content. You can, from a one-line prompt, and I promise you that's true. Now, I am going to paste, let's say I want to do a longer prompt. So I'm going to paste in a prompt. So I click on there, and then I go here and I'm going to paste in the same prompt that I used earlier to create the presentation that you saw. This could be something that you want to do about FinFit Life. Just put it in there. Just play with it. You can't go wrong. You can't break it. You just delete it. Play around with it. Have fun with it. Say anything just to get better at it. It's like learning to play the piano or something. Okay. So now here's where I can choose how many in a keynote. Let's say you wanted to show 10 slides or 15 slides or 8. The default is 8 slides, but let's say I wanted to up it to 10 slides. Then I can make it 10 slides, they call them cards, and I can go for detailed, I can do brief, I could create one card. Let's say I only wanted to create one card. I just click down to one card and I create brief, and I just really wanted to create a slide or a hello to somebody. I can create one short slide, or I can go detailed and I can create as many as 15 slides. I'm just going to say I'll go with 10, and I will hit continue. Now I get the choice of, and it does suggest themes that fit the prompt, but you don't have to use the themes that it suggests. You can choose whatever theme you like. Now, Lafayette has this theme called Love Lafayette, which is basically in green. So I do a lot of mine in this green. So let's see what happens. I'll try this green. I can generate it. I could use a different green, like one with more, if it was black and I want to use more of a black theme with green, I could choose this. In fact, I think I'll do that. I kind of like the strength of that. So let me do that. And now I'm ready to generate. And I'm going to do all the hard work. Look at the hard work I'm doing. Watch this. Okay, well, what do you think, guys? Talk about lifting a finger and clicking a button. This is the work that I just did. I cranked out all this work. I think I'm being facetious. I need to go take a nap. So look at the amount of work that I've generated here by using AI and letting AI help me tell my story.
That's amazing.
Now, this will lay it out properly. It won't have this. This is just in the presentation mode. But again, I can add a slide. I can go down here at the bottom. Let's say I want to add another slide. I can click right here and add. If I did 10, I could add 5 more slides to add things. I can download it as a keynote and take the slides and move them over into a keynote. I can put it out as a PDF with its own website, with its own URL. And I could create a multi-page website. I can go back and redo it. I can fix something or change something. That's it. Now let me, I know it's mind-boggling, but you just have to play with it. We all need to get things into our mind and at the pace at which we are ready to learn them. So let me
How much time did you spend playing with it before you came up with that final version?
Um, I tapered on, so I started slow, so I didn't spend much time to get going. And I'll be honest with you, I was so shocked. Nothing is ever as good as you hoped. And I was really very hopeful that this could be really helpful. But as good as I thought it could be or would be, it was even better. It outbettered me. I mean, I was hoping and praying it would be great, and it was better than that. It's kind of indescribable. You have to really experience it. I haven't really found a shortcoming personally yet where I thought, oh, this kind of wrecks it for me. Not at all. And so let me share the link.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. And I'm a broadcaster, so for me, this is really, really simple. It's, common sense, and I'll be honest with you, for me, it's really, really easy. I have talked about, yeah, I've been in broadcasting for years and years and years, and that's absolutely true. So I see things, and I see, okay, if it could do this, and then it does do that, and but it doesn't take knowing anything that I know to use it. So I take my AIs, which are really good, and I create prompts and I put them into it. This is the way to take that one spark of Ron and multiply it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, build a fire, that is as big as you want it to be to take you wherever you want to go on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Google, on Facebook. Where do you want to go? And to your next networking event, and really to what I call AI business networking riches, like Think and Grow Rich. The riches in your life are relationships. And with business networking, you never know who the very next person you're going to meet is. They can change the whole trajectory of your entire life forever. And that's why I love it. So to amplify that with AI business broadcasting that builds your AI business networking business to wherever you want it to be with storytelling, you can literally change the entire world. And I mean that. One bright spark in the heart of one person, amplified and magnified 1,000,000 times, can change the entire thinking of the globe. And there's definitely need an adjustment in our common sense of how we get along and how we can communicate with each other, how we can run our businesses together in love and harmony and really getting along and peacefully and collaboratively. There's a big, big need for that.
It's a great vision too.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, AI is a master illusionist. It really is. I mean, you saw it, right? And so think of the power for good or evil. So we have to think of the spirit in our hearts and minds. The God has given us this, in my opinion, God has given us this gift to help solve the problems of God's other creations besides AI, you and me, and how we can help each other with this, and how I believe the good-hearted people of the world far outnumber the bad-hearted people. Okay, so the more business networkers with a good spirit operate in this way, we're just going to overcome and flush out. And in some ways, in all honesty, there's no reason to be an illegal person anymore. When you can, accomplish and succeed legally and ethically and honestly, why would you be stupid enough to want to do it illegally and dishonestly and unethically? It's just not common sense. So use it properly, use it right, be smart, and be happy. Think and grow rich. Anyway, that's my take on it.
I think too, when you say, there's a group of people with the right heart set and mindset, and given the right tools, they can definitely multiply their impact, not only locally but globally. Like you were saying, having the right tools and having the right intention, the right tools, and being able to broadcast the right message to the right people who want to hear the message, right? So it's a triple win.
It is. It absolutely is. And it's common sense. but not a lot of people have common sense. So, let AI show you the common sense. Trust AI, trust but verify. So anyway, it's time to go. Ron,
Great.
play around with it.
I
Make
will.
mistakes, be awful at it, and AI will help you to get great at it. Just trust it, let it go. Send me any work that you've done or any questions that you have, and we'll get over those.
And by the way, is there going to be a Monday 8 o'clock
Yeah.
meeting?
Yeah, Monday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be kind of like a flower garden. That's how I want to do it. I want to grow the flowers in the flower garden through osmosis, through learning. And it doesn't need to be a rocket explosion, but I think just growing and getting sun and daylight and over time with education, I hope people will be coachable and embrace lifetime learning, that we are now all students. We have to be both students and teachers and put on those two hats. And as long as we do that and are open, our hearts and minds are open to education, we will be able to learn and grow and embrace AI broadcasting, the era of AI broadcasting.
So on 8 o'clock on Monday.
I hope 8 a.m. is a great time for everybody. Either I will be here at 9 o'clock on Fridays with you. I'll do 8 if people need me to be there at 8, I will do that.
Sounds great.
And
Well, too, I can tell you're really enjoying it, and not only enjoying it, but finding it so useful and creating leverage based on your 30 years of experience. And now you're really taking advantage of all the AI tools that can definitely propel you to the next level. Well, not even the next level; it could be the next level. Right.
Yeah, I'm like a kid who just got out of college. I'm in my second adulthood. It has given me a rejuvenation of energy and fun and vision. And, there's so much we can literally do. I'll tell you one thing. I like to listen to, when I'm working out, I like to listen to Beatles radio. Kind of brings me back to my youth on Pandora. And I thought, gosh, we can have jam sessions with AI. We can create so many different things, and the creativity can just go right through the roof. So I'm going to have, Google Workspaces because Google is global and universal, and we can have just tremendous jam sessions of AI business networking and creativity and courses, and just really have a blast and have so much fun.
I think fun is a key thing that I'm working on. I need to have more lightness and more fun in my
Well,
schedule.
imagine being a 21-year-old guitarist and just ready to rock and roll and just have a blast. And when we're having fun together through creativity and laughing at what is amazing, if you can't enjoy this when you just see this miracle, it's like a garden growing in sped up time. That's probably the best comparison. It's going to be fun, and as long as you enjoy it and use your creativity, the world's our oyster.
Exactly. In fact, have you ever heard of this phrase 1,000 true fans?
I don't think I have.
But it's a simple idea. Let's say over time you build up a community of 1,000 true fans. They follow you. Let's say they would buy anything that you put out. So maybe you have 5,000 followers. And let's say you have 10,000 followers. You have 1,000 true, dedicated, loyal fans. That follow you, they like you, they may invest in courses, whatever. So if you have 1,000 true fans and they invest, let's say, $100 a year, that's $100,000 a year cash flow. So it doesn't take, you don't need 10 million fans, right? You just need
Exactly. And the reality is, we're Americans, so we want, not $100,000 a year. We want not $100,000 a month. No, we want $100,000 a week. Well, we don't need $100,000 a week. Come on. So let's use a little common sense. You can have a really, really great life, especially when things are becoming so much more available to us as toys. If you look at AI as toys, a surfboard or whatever toy you really want, and if you can get it for free, you don't have to work forever to buy up, enough money to get a guitar or a surfboard, or whatever toy you want. These toys are available to us. We can play with them, and we can play with them together. We can gig with them. We can create with them. We can use ideas from each other to try things and share things and promote things, because we've also got AI Publicity Express to promote it globally and get Google ranking and all the real grounded things that are like a band. They still need a record label, and concert promoters and things like that. So you still want to have all the different things that are out there to really take you to where you want to go, wherever that is.
Well, talking about toys, it reminds me, I think it was Orson Welles. He said when he was creating Citizen Kane and just like reinventing movie technology in terms of lenses and so on, he said something like movie making was like the greatest toy any kid could ever have.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah.
was a real pioneer, in terms of what he was doing.
Rosebud.
Rosebud, yes, yes. Not to mention War of the Worlds.
Exactly. Yeah. What an innovator, huh?
He
Exactly.
was. But yeah, that's great, Mike. I'm going to definitely soak up the content this weekend for sure.
Have a blast with it. Get that spark, multiply it. Whatever that key spark is, multiply it, enlarge it, and turn it into a blaze.
That's what I'm thinking. Absolutely.